So, Matt, I believe you've agreed to help me with a mini episode we're going to do here. This is going to be a part of our last week of Halloween where I try to quit procrastinating for a week and put up a bunch of episodes. There are many ghouls. There are many monsters in the world. There are things that we could...
Sorry, I'm back.
God damn it, Matt.
I had to piss.
I'm
sorry.
There are many monsters. There are many ghouls. There are creatures of the night that we could be talking about tonight. But I've decided we should look to a real world scary scenario.
Ooh.
Where you see what is scarier than someone on the prowl, behind every shadow, watching your every move. It not only has to be a thing of nightmares, it's not only going to be a thing that will terrorize, it has to be something outrageous. Truly outrageous. We just need to play an intro to summon the beast.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Oh, this does not bring back pleasant memories.
We call upon the spirits. Summon the creature of the night. The creature from hell. This is a long fucking intro for a show.
Look, man, you had less commercials back then.
That felt like
Matt
it was way
Lundy.
longer than 43 seconds.
Who was Jemshin?
Oh, no!
Ew, why are we doing this?
Because
What
it's
is
a topic
scarier
that
than a
you and I know
monster?
intimately, Matt.
A stalker. So Matt used to be on a show before the Goat Pen. Some people know this, some people don't. Matt was on a little show called AVPSO.
Also
Man, really
known as
kicking a motherfucker when they're down.
a very public spanking of.
It was a live stream show where they would do Google Hangouts and stream it to an audience. Eventually, they went over to Mixer, which was an audio-only format. I don't think those
Look,
are
I can
archived.
explain this way more succinctly than you two can. Imagine Mystery Science Theater, but with a minimal amount of humor and even less effort put into it.
There are at least 3 old heads in the audience that are going to be upset with that description, Matt.
Yeah.
Look, man, there's a reason why, like...
Look, there were
If-
some
look-
gems amongst the vast ocean of mediocrity.
Yeah, when I fucking bamboozled you with a wind called Amnesia.
you got Steve Shives to say Negro on that show. That was good.
So, Matt, the show that wasn't funny, how did you find your way onto it?
Honestly, I don't even know. I was brought in once as a guest, and they were just like, can you do this again next week? And I was like, yeah, fuck it. It's better than killing myself, I guess.
But was it, Matt?
Now, hold on a second, Matt. Because it wasn't all bad.
Look, it wasn't terrible at the start, but the problem with it is we ran out of ideas way too fucking soon, and 4 hours was way too fucking long.
Yeah, true.
In hindsight, if there was one thing I wish that they fucking listened to me on was like, you know, we could probably do this in 2 hours.
The primary host of it was, do we call this episode a very public spanking of Jim? What should we?
Or just a very public spanking of a very public spanking of.
Well, the show's not the main focus of this little mini-sode.
True.
So the show was run by a guy named... It was run by a guy named...
Wait, I just realized something, Goat. Is this why you asked me for those fucking DMs?
Yes, and that's the main focus of what we're going to get to later. We have to build, Matt.
I hate to tell you this, but I do not have them anymore.
What do you mean you don't have them?
I'm pretty sure Jim deleted their account.
Well, Matt, I have DMs with deleted accounts, so if you do not mind, please scroll back through. Just look for someone who has a Discord icon. They should be there. I've got DMs with fucking Moore, and he's been gone for like a year and a half. 2 years, probably.
You could probably just search for deleted user, and it probably could give you like a little
Yeah, I
list.
probably would do it. Yeah. Also, I will be 100% honest and say I've been wanting to do this for a while. I was wondering when the right time would be, and I was thinking, you know what? This is a Halloween episode. This is a harrowing tale. I think it'll work. So AVPSO was primarily run by Angus, who was a Scottish YouTuber that Matt knew. I believe he was a ranter also originally, Matt.
Yeah.
You're good. Take your time. Along with him, there were other hosts on the show. Who were the other? Jason, who I actually thought was pretty fun. But Jason's a pretty creative person. I think he's funny. We should have him on the show at some point. I don't know if he'll come on.
For the most part, it wasn't the personalities that turned me off of doing the show. It was just like, look, man, I don't feel like spending 4 hours every fucking Saturday doing this shit anymore, especially since for the last 6 months of the show that I was on for it, I literally fell asleep by the second hour.
In comparison to this, which I do think you went on record and said is the better show. So we've cleared that small hurdle.
Lundy, describe AVPSO a little bit while we sort out these technical difficulties.
So, I found them, by the way.
Oh, you found them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me.
Oh yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I did send it to you guys, so one of you guys might have it.
There was a second one I remember, because what we're gonna get to is the second haunting. Oh, do you have the one that he sent to me?
There's actually something about this that I've not told you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So that second message, and this will be incentive for you to find it.
Yes.
That second message made me so fucking mad.
Yeah.
I uppercutted my computer and broke it. And that's why I was gone for like a couple of days.
So AVPSO was a very small show. It only had, roughly 20 viewers at most. Maybe a little bit lower than that. They were basically...
look, I know we're kicking them right now, but but look, Goat. Those in glass houses should not throw stones.
I understand. Look, I did not have a 1,000 plus subscriber channel to start out with, sir. Also,
look, if I gave a shit enough about it, I would still have those fucking channels, but I didn't. Oh, good. Oh.
So I found those.
We'll get to them later. We'll get to them in a little bit. We'll get to them.
So we're good on the material. Anyways, so AVPSO was run by a balding cancer patient by the name of Angus. He was also Scottish, and was a Wiccan
for 3 months. This was after COVID happened, and he was bragging. When COVID was at the very start, when it was just starting, Angus's view on it was that it was anti-Asian racism, assuming that pandemic was going to be spreading. So
he didn't believe in COVID. He just thought it was a conspiracy to make people hate Asians.
And in response to that, there were a bunch of people wearing masks on his local buses, assuming this actually happened and it wasn't just bullshit that he came up with. And he was going up to elderly people and coughing in their faces to scare.
That is the funniest thing Angus has ever done, then.
But Angus isn't really that important.
I think they did try to do like an anniversary or something when Jason had some medical problems, but I just was like, you know what, I'll shout you guys out, but I'm not coming on.
Jason was obviously another member of the team regularly,
He was
fairly
a pretty good
regularly.
guy. I remember I talked.
He was cool.
He was a nice guy. We should have him on at some point. He is active.
Well, look, Jason, out of all of us, was the closest one to being, a professional.
I mean, he runs a puppet show. That's cool, I
It was
guess.
a well-made
but-
puppet show.
But yeah, look, that's more than whatever the fuck you could call my YouTube catalog, and fucking more than you can call Angus's YouTube catalog. And
I would say
I don't even think Jim Shit was making videos before he weaseled his way onto a very public stinking somehow.
I'm not going to throw shade at. I know how he got in there. I'm not going to throw shade at Jason too, because I do like. Yes, I do like Jason.
See, I do not remember a lot of this because I pushed a lot of it out of my brain.
But I will say,
because that's how I operate. When I'm not friends with people anymore, it's like, okay, time to just empty out those memory cells.
All memories of who these people were and what I did with
this
them.
is going to be what I'm about to say is going to be acid rain dropping on Matt. But I will say
that is probably the least healthy.
Am I going to be like
I've ever heard in my fucking life?
Yeah, is that shocking coming from the least healthy person you know in your life?
Out of any,
both physically and mentally and spiritually.
Out of any of the hosts on AVPSO, I always thought that Matt's videos were the best out of anybody.
Shut the fuck up, you kiss ass.
Low effort or not, Matt has a natural charisma about him.
Did Angus shake his titties in anger, Matt?
I mean, he would have if the cancer didn't ravage his body. So
did that one black trans person fucking?
I was gonna bring up. You are forgetting about Scarce.
I know the name. I just couldn't remember anything about that. I just remember black and trans. There was.
I don't think they were trans. Well,
I think he was just gay.
I think they were just a transvestite, not actual transsexual.
Whatever. I just remember them in makeup. That's all I remember.
Yeah, I know. You like to put on wigs every once in a while, but I think he was.
I mean, who doesn't?
True.
Put on an old timey wig, pretend you're George Washington.
Scarce was funny because I remember him trying to tell me legitimately why he will never date a black guy. Because he's like, I'm just sorry, but like black guys are just aggressive and they're more likely to rape you. That's just what it is.
Firstly, like, even if that is true, Scarce, you're not the target demographic of who they're raping. Let's be honest here.
All I'm going to say in response to that is that when I see a black man dressed up as a black woman, I sit my white ass down and listen.
This is like me. This would be like me listening to Gangster Fag and being like, oh my God, this is real. This is what the gangbangers want to do to a poor innocent white boy like me.
You should have played Gangsta Fag for your dad to scare him.
I didn't know about Gangster Fag until after I stopped talking to that. See, right there, that's another motherfucker I've basically completely forgotten everything about.
What's his name, Matt? Well, the guy you fucked and also your dad.
We never really called him by his name. We just called him the Beast.
You don't know your father's name.
We did. He is the man who must not be named. He is.
I think it was
Voldemort.
I think it was Ronald.
Oh, but
that is amazing that you don't know your dad's name.
I'm 63% positive it was Ronald.
I feel like I'm gonna get the same response if I eventually ask his mom.
Matt, do you know where your fucking birth certificate is? Because shouldn't that have his name?
Not a clue.
Okay.
You know where mine is, London?
Also, don't know what my social security number is, blood type.
I know exactly where my birth certificate is. It is currently
weight, height.
It's half hanging out of a tote. That's leaning into my kitchen. That's where my identification is for the government.
That is what. Yeah, that is the only proof to your government that you exist.
Yeah.
This is why, out of the three of us, if ICE does visit one of us, I am the most fucked. Because I feel like I'll be Peter Griffin, like that one time They were like, "There's no way you can be an American citizen. You know nothing about this country. You have no documentation. Like, man, you think my internet's bad now? Wait until I'm doing this in El Salvador."
They've identified. They've sent you to the Virgin Islands because they don't even know what those people look like. So they're just like, yeah, he looks like one of those.
They actually just blackbagged me and turned me into a Jason Bourne.
So the cast of AVPSO as follows: Scottish cancer patient, pseudo professional comedian, Matt, black crossdresser, and finally, eventually, like way into the lifetime of
the final
AVPSO,
death,
one might even say near
well.
its death days.
Yes.
The Dark Harbinger.
The Omen, the crow sitting perched atop on the hill.
One man made his approach. Well, man,
One being.
I'm not entirely certain what Gem was.
Now we're not gonna get too personal, but his name is and he is 42 from.
Shit, he's older than me. That makes me even more depressed about all this bullshit. I thought he was like fucking 20 something.
No,
You'd be
Matt,
forgiven for thinking that he was younger than you, Matt, considering that he had like a really soft voice and he sounded like he was.
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like just look, man. We're gonna be bashing this motherfucker, but it's like I'm gonna try to be somewhat diplomatic because they're broken. Like the thing is, like I always thought he was younger because he was fucking softer than the rest of us.
No, he's just a schizophrenic.
And I was just like, oh, okay, he can't handle some of the more edgier jokes because, you know, he's got that Zoomer brain rot or fucking whatever. Like he sees a teddy and he flips out. Or he hears me and Lundy say the N-word like fucking 6 times in a row. That's probably, in my opinion, the actual highlight of a very public spanking is when we just went off on the N-word fugue state.
It was almost a competition. Matt said it once, and then I said it once, and then he said it again, and then I just started fucking reading H.P. Lovecraft poems.
I was just like, oh, I was not familiar with your game, sir. We're balling.
It kept going until nobody was saying anything. It was like pure silence.
So while we're doing this, I should explain, like, in more detail why I ultimately fell out of love with a very public space. Because, like, you guys can attest, there was a time where I enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
But, like...
You enjoyed getting some guests.
You got to...
hell, like...
To show them really dumb...
The whole fucking reason Lundy ever was on the show was because of me.
You got to show them dumb, like, indie wrestling shit. Which, by the way, you don't know how much it pisses me off that your gay wrestling podcast has already dwarfed the last 2 episodes.
Well, so here's the thing, Goat, to make you feel better. They reverted some of the changes to the algorithm. Like, literally, the week that the wrestling one was uploaded.
That's cool. I was also just uploading it weird.
Because I don't know if you've noticed it, but the other episodes have also, their view counts have also gone up as well.
They're fine. I think I also was just like, I upload at weird times, and that one I was actually trying to be like... I was trying to be sensible with that one, because that's somebody else's baby, and I think I uploaded like 8, so it had enough time to block.
Well, it's also just like, look, with the last 3 episodes, like, August was not kind for anybody on YouTube.
But yeah, Jemshin was a fellow viewer of AVPSO. Was he in was that how you knew him, Matt, or was he from Skype at all?
I knew him from a very public spanking of.
You knew him from AVPSO, okay.
I haven't finished, so, like, because I touched on it before, like, the time length. But it was also just, like, I would offer, like, a bunch of, like, feedback and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it got ignored. Like, hey, maybe we should knock this down to 2 hours. Maybe... Like, I think the biggest bit of, like, input I had was, doing fuck, what did we call it? When we were like, you know what, fuck this sucks. We're gonna...
Oh, it wasn't ripcord. I know what you're talking about. The veto vote or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
You had the option to kick it out of the way and go to something else if you want to, which you probably saved a lot of time. Also, just the idea of just playing it and not stopping it all was probably a bad idea, where you couldn't like take in what you were watching.
I mean, that worked with some things like movies. Because, you know, you just fucking rip off Mystery Science Theater. You just start riffing.
Science Theater also watches the movie like 10 times and then writes
True, Goat. Which is one of the flaws, like, again, it could have been a better show if, like, we were like, hey, let's maybe get a list of the things we're going to be watching this week. So we could, you know and come up with these things called jokes on this supposed comedy show we're doing. Instead of, because, like, look, man, like, if you think there's a lot of dead air on this fucking podcast, oh boy, go watch an episode of Very Public Spanking.
At the very least, you guys would usually be playing something when the dead air would happen. But like, you'd sometimes have things playing for like a good solid half hour with nobody saying anything. It just became a.
I don't know if we went that long, but we definitely went like
4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, 4 to 5 minutes, like where it's just like
there would be occasional like, what the fuck, and then there would just be silence.
I think a lot of people don't really realize that when Mystery Science Theater 3K does things, they watch it ahead of time and then write the script, and then
this is why
they're recording.
This is why you might have noticed something with the wrestling podcast, everyone. We did not watch WrestleMania on the podcast. We all got together like 2 days before we recorded the show, watched it, took notes, talked with each other, and then we did the fucking podcast.
You know, like a professional group.
What is important is that whether it is a program or gay sex, you always need prep.
All right. I thought that was leading into a longer bit.
No. Me and bits? Never. So.
Also, I should reveal this to you, Goat. I tried to get you on one. Because towards the end of it was the start of the podcast, and I know that created a lot of tension between the person we're talking about here tonight.
I was also not a fan of Angus at that point, so it probably would not have worked out.
I mean, it wouldn't have, but I was like, you know, because, look, I got that carny blood in me, so I'm always looking for an angle, even if I'm not, like, a monetarily motivated carny. I'm still, like, an attention whore motivated carny, so it's like, you know, it gets some synergy going between this dumb show that I do and the other dumb show that I do.
Speaking of creepy weirdos, so Jemshin
popped into the scene.
Jem was.
Wasn't it that we had like a contest for like a new host?
No, we're gonna jump a little bit ahead here, but he basically was the highest paying person on your guys' Patreon.
And oh yeah, a Patreon. I never don't want the money, but it would have been nice if it was, you know, some was offered to me.
I think it was like $40 or something like that.
Again, like I said, Goat, the money's not the issue. It's like
principle.
Yeah, it's like, look, like I was going way back, like when I tried to pressure you to start a Patreon for this show when we first started, it's like, look, I don't want any of the fucking money. You two can fucking divvy up the fucking money yourselves.
Mine is partially principle and also the fact that I would not want a Patreon that I know would sit at like $3 for 4 years.
Yeah, if we had like an audience of, I don't know, like fucking 50,000 listeners, like generally speaking, every episode.
I mean, you don't even need that. You just need like, you just need like a couple of pay piggies.
You need as many people as there are in the server, basically, to be watching.
Yeah.
Like if the people in the server for the podcast gave a fuck about the podcast,
yeah,
Be making some.
Instead of
Look,
being
I am trying to
DDG
work on that disparity. That's why I've been doing more events and shit over there and introducing you two to the larger server audience.
It's fine if they don't watch. They can do whatever. They're just gonna watch movies or something. It's cool. I have Grim.
Look, they're better than D.GG people now. They're goat people. There are people goat.
I like Abra. I like Grim.
I have the entire nation of Israel now behind me, thanks to my light. I can do whatever. We did really pick up 3 home runners on that one, I will say. So when you don't pick up a home runner, when you pick up someone who is trying to bunt every time,
when you pick up like a burr, like you're walking in a field of like tall plants, and you go inside and you take off your shoes, and you're like, oh, I got one of these little fucking sticky things on my fucking sock.
So Jemchin was a viewer for AVPSO. He had a very effeminate voice, very reactive, I would say. He was very, if you were playing the game that he wanted to, if you were talking how he wanted to, it was fine. And if he sensed any type of friction, he would immediately start drilling into you until you either submitted or would argue with him.
He had a Chinese finger trap type of personality.
Though that is the kind of person that Jem was. He was very argumentative. There was actually one time where Jem and I, not Lundy's cat, but a different.
I'm actually kind of thinking something now, Goat, because this. I'm wondering if Jim's personality is why there's like certain people in D.GG I just cannot stand.
It might be that
because they have basically the same personality.
I don't think you like people who like needle you over small shit and act like it's internet shit's a big deal. I think that's generally.
It's like, look, we're riffing here. Like, why are you fucking stopping it?
It's like fucking nanny coming over.
I mean, I think that because like, and it's kind of funny.
It's funny that you're basically a nanny for the Destiny server, and you had people who weren't on the same level as you be like, you can't be doing that.
It's like I can. I did.
I own the gun. It's in my hand.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I told that drunk guy to put his gun in his mouth at one time.
What are you gonna do? Report me to who? Me?
Yeah. Also, guess what, motherfuckers? I don't even want to be a deputy anymore. I literally haven't muted anybody in months.
He's been trying to get fired.
And I've had the chance. Look, I've had the chance to both abuse my powers and to actually enforce my powers in the manner given to me by the server admin over there. I just refuse now because I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking care anymore. Fuck this.
We'll cut that bit out because I know how they like
to leave it in.
No, they like to tattle over there. I remember the Jamie episode.
Look, leave it in, because like Goat, I have literally been telling people this over there. Whenever anybody's like, Napalm, can you mute this guy? I'm just like, nah.
I don't wanna.
So Jem,
I don't wanna. It's just being fucking 12.
Jem eventually made his way into the AVPSO cast. He's even featured on their website as hang on, let me see if I can find it.
I remember Angus being so proud of that fucking website, and the first time I went there, I was just like, ugh.
The Wix website together.
This is embarrassing.
He calls you by your D&D name, right? Hold on, I'm gonna read it here.
Does he not want any Vietnamese people like having flashbacks if they read my name?
He gives your nicknames as Matt Napalm the Usurper and Elijah J. Scuggs.
Oh yeah.
The man of many channels on YouTube. Oh, Matt, here you go. You ready?
No.
Matt is the lovable, fluffy, weed-smoking host of the show. One Saturday a month with the power of Castle Bong hit, he is Elijah J. Scuggs, a vivisectionist out for something or other.
This is the type of description that I would like give Matt if like we were trying to piss him off.
This is how Lundy will be introducing.
This is like a shit-covered knife to the brainstem.
This is going to be Lundy's first line during the roast. Is just verbatim.
One great man described Matt as a lovable,
fluffy.
My lips are actually quivering right now.
He's like a big teddy bear with weed.
Shut the fuck up.
But the better one here, Jemshin, and they even have it in the description. From Patreon to host, Jemshin pursued the road less traveled and lost, for he is now one of us. Jemshin plays as Haruko in the Pathfinder game, an unusual skald of foxy proportions. So I guess Angus wanted to fuck Jem in a board game. That's cool. All right.
It's not a board game. It's a tabletop role-playing game.
Gay shit.
Paper, not boards.
Yeah.
Fuck you, go.
On paper, you're looking at a computer.
Oh my god.
You've taken away the one.
You can literally make paper and make a fucking sheet off of the paper and use it while you're on the computer. The paper is not gone, goat. Fuck you.
It's vanished.
No.
You let the trees win.
No. we fuck the trees around here. Fuck you.
We piss on them and then we laugh.
Yes. Mark our territory. Dog style.
Yeah. Jem was very annoying. I recall an incident where I got into an argument with him about this was right after a pretty controversial moment on the internet a lot of people forgot about, but there were leaks from the furry community called the Zoo Sadist leaks, and it was some people who were doing some very very bad things to animals.
I zoned out for a second.
It wasn't just
like
the sadism that was a problem. It was the fact that the leaks also showed that loads of prominent members of like the furry community knew about these things and was just like, just don't talk about it.
Well, they were actually involved in it. There was one Kiro the Wolf who was interviewed by Shane Dawson and made the round for a while, and he actually is on video having sex with a deer corpse and talked about fucking his dog and then feeling bad that it was dying of kidney failure.
I ever tell you about the two kids that had to move?
Don't even.
When I was in high school, because they filmed each other fucking their dog in a gorilla suit, and that tape got circulated around the school.
I do believe you have told me this, yes.
Yes.
I was about to say, is this the gorilla story?
Yeah.
How could they tell that it was their dicks, though? How do they know that?
Because they did not disguise their voices whatsoever.
Damn. That's
but it was
really
muffled behind a gorilla suit.
That's really bad acting on their part. You don't even do it.
God, we have not gotten into much as far as Jemshin is concerned.
We're gonna get.
Yeah,
Look,
to be fair,
I'll clip around.
The main course is very beefy. It has a nice umami flavor to it. Because at this point, everybody's just like, fuck, what's his name? Thugalicious from fucking Boondocks?
Thugnificent.
Yeah, everybody's just thugnificent right now. It's like, damn, what did this do to make them so fucking mad?
They just started shitting on him. I was thinking, damn, what did he do?
They've been nicer to the rapists that they've covered on this show.
But to finish the point, the Zoo Sadist files.
I was arguing, yes, and I brought them up in a VC one night with a few people. I was in call, and during that conversation, I mentioned that there were both zoo sadism and like bestiality video, or I said there were videos of animals being fucked and tortured and stuff like that. And Jemshin was inquiring and saying that it sounded like this was some type of propaganda. And I started to clarify, and I was saying, well, it's not just that there are videos of like these people fucking animals. And then Jem immediately cuts in and goes, "That's not zoo sadism, goat. That's bestiality."
Which
Oh,
is
that's
an
the
odd hair to
difference.
split.
Well, they're not being killed. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But now to clarify again, at the end of this conversation, Jem said that the type of persecution that the furries were going through with it. Do you remember this, Lundy?
Somewhat, vaguely.
Jem said that the type of persecution that these leaks would cause the furries is equivalent to what homosexuals had to go through during Stonewall.
Man, we had it so fucking good before Trump.
I know, right?
Like, this is the shit fucking the leftists cared about. It was like, no, we cannot let the furries get degraded. They are the last line of defense.
It happened when I first came in, so this is a post-Trump world, Matt. This is like year 1 of Trump, or year 2. But, again, first term, whatever. So, Jem's a very combative person. Jem's a very emotional person. And kind of get into the main course a little bit here, because I don't know if Lundy could also find this, because I'm pretty sure I screenshot this at some point. One night, we were recording an episode, and I was trying to limit the amount of people, because I noticed we would have and no offense to anybody who was on the show, past or present, with that, because I know there are a few people who might listen
I
to this.
will say all the offense intended on my part with what I'm about to say here. It was a clusterfuck.
It was a thing
Like,
of
sometimes it was funny. Like, look, man, there's a reason why we're so proud of the great Antonio episode.
Yeah.
Format.
And you know what? I'm so mad that we lost the Rocket Power one.
Oh, yeah, the Rocket Power one was just... Because everybody was like, why'd you give this to us, Napalm? Like, it's just the Rocket Power timeline. And then it's like, the great dragon of China awoken because of the Hawaiians' Haku.
Yeah.
So part of all of this,
The Shubi genocide started in 2028.
I don't know if you guys remember what that was that night, but we were reading a fanfic that I used to read every now and again as a kid. And by kid, I mean like 15 or 16. It was after King of the Hill got canceled. It was this fan fiction about Hank Hill. Instead of the show being canceled in the actual thing, they're basically hunted down, and they were trying to stage a revolution where they were going to stop it from happening, and a bunch of bullshit happens. And I was kind of getting raked over the coals because we didn't get to any of the big parts of it, and people were getting bored. But out of the blue sky, like a phoenix crashing to the earth, I received a DM near the end of that recording, and it was from Jemshin.
Oh, so I'm not the only one that had a couple of these, huh?
The first one. This was the first big one. So I had limited to us. I want to say there were like 6 people in there.
Yeah, probably Adam, Skull.
Ragabash.
Yeah, Ragabash.
I think I might have been on the outs with Skull at this point. I can't remember. I think Focus was in there.
Yeah, Focus. Like, there's a couple of people it could have been. Maybe even Nick.
It was limited to like 6 people in the recording bot. And I got a message from Jem saying that I had basically stolen his friends. A detail that a lot of people don't know about Jem that he has confided a couple times in the period that I knew him was that he was in a relationship with a woman for a few years and had a friend group through her. He did not have friends outside of that friend group. And when they broke up, she basically took the friend group with her, and none of them wanted to talk to him for whatever reason. So, Matt, your Discord and the AVPSO thing was basically his surrogate friends from that point forward.
See, the fucking scar that this left is ultimately the reason I nuked that server.
Jem is around like his late 30s, early 40s while this is happening, by the way. And also it was a relationship from 10 years ago.
I still can't believe he's fucking older than me.
Yep. I think 1980.
Shit, he's 5 years older than me if he's a flat out 1980s baby.
It was like 1980 or 1982, I remember.
This is the thing I don't get, though. And, like, maybe you could make, like, the psychoanalytic argument that, like, oh, it's because you got burned with that original friend group or whatever. But, like, go. By your own admission.
Yeah.
You didn't have anything to do with a very public spanking.
Yeah.
The only one he was pulling away from that group was me, which might explain
Well, it was because
the two messages on my end.
He didn't like the fact that he would sit in for the podcast, and basically that would be a thing whenever AVPSO wasn't active.
Well, see, that's another thing too, Goat. That, like, then I think this kind of also played a part in his souring of his opinion of you, and this is one of the things that also played into me not wanting to do a very public spanking anymore. Is very public spanking neutered me for a while, not intentionally, self-neutered, 100% on my part. I will admit to that. There's no
we all had a gay period in the.
Well, even before then, it was just like, oh, I'm gonna not tell as many edgy jokes as I used to. But then doing the podcast again, starting up this podcast and being like, fuck, I forgot how fucking great it is to be with people who can fucking bawl and like not get offended the second you say a bad fucking word. So, okay, Lundy, do you remember this? This is from the Skype days. It was a call with like you, me, Skep, and some other people.
That's already a fucking recipe for disaster. But
and we were going back and forth and insulting each other, and I pulled out the Louis C.K. quote of the Patrice O'Neill quote of like, you know, you got a texture to your hair.
Yeah.
And you laughed at that.
Yeah.
No one else did.
See, it's not funny until you make reference to Satan. When you reference Mr. Satan, then it's gold.
But it's like
the connection between my hair texture and Mr. Satan's hair texture. And
yeah,
the reason
you have to roll it
say
into
Yeah.
an anime. You have
I
to
did roll it
into
ultimately into the Mr. Satan bit.
as much of a fucking crazy guy as Skep
I like
is, even he's like, whoa, god damn. Like that's kind of the way
that is funny that he's I will say it is funny he's a Kill Tony guy, and like anytime it's like retard or faggot, he means like Jesus.
He likes retard. Faggots.
Meanwhile,
like,
Tony Hinchcliffe is literally like just straight up doing.
Well, you gotta remember, faggot is like special to those people up there in Massachusetts, where Skep's probably had to do a lot of like mental training not to say that word all the fucking time.
True. They say fag every time they breathe.
Yeah, like, you know, every fucking time he did a video talking about Gary, he just wanted to be like, you fucking faggot.
So one bit from the other guys where Mark Wahlberg learned I learned to ballet dance to make fun of the queer who lived up the road. He does like a perfect 360 pirouette.
That sounds like the most Mark Wahlberg thing to do.
Oh, you need to watch. You need to watch The Other Guys if you haven't seen it. It's a very funny movie.
It's very funny. Fuck, where were we?
Lugo was about to go into his DM.
Yeah, so what had happened was I this is on a account I've lost, unfortunately.
To be fair, many DMs.
Rest in peace to
most of the rest of them were screenshots.
Rest in peace to my first Discord account. Rest in peace to the 200 episodes of the podcast that never will be, that we lost along the way. May they all burn.
Napalm is stepping away from AVPSO. He's doing more shit with GoatMe.
we're not quite there yet because AVPSO was still active at this point. What it was
right. It was a Discord that he wasn't partaking in.
I locked the room down, and I got this message, and essentially the wording was that he had been staring at the computer for an hour, watching us in a locked room, having fun. And he said, I could have been there, but instead I'm over here while you're there with them.
I do remember you describing that particular DM to me, Go. I don't remember reading it, but I do remember you like reading it.
I do remember you. Yeah, I do remember you describing some of this.
It was broke the bond of friendship. Well, yeah, because I just stopped the episode whenever we were doing it because I was just flabbergasted about what was going on.
It was so fucking funny because it wasn't even intentional at that particular point.
No.
There's too many fucking people coming in here.
Yeah, it's like, and then
focus, perfect fucking timing.
amazing timing.
You were like you're like a Kuma in Street Fighter 2 just coming in and decapitating M. Bison one fucking hit.
Oh, that was awesome timing, bro.
We're talking about Gemshin, if you remember.
Yeah, we were talking about how later on with the podcast when we were trying to like keep it to a lower amount of people, I started.
Yeah, we're talking about the scariest of monsters on this All Hallows Eve: codependency. Woo!
At a certain period, I was trying to limit how many people because it was like we would have like 6 or 7 people. And it would be hard to like put everything together sometimes, and even when we did, it was just everyone would talk over each other. It was hard to actually get out like a coherent thing of us that wouldn't be like 3 hours of rambling and shit because we go on enough tangents with like 3 people here regularly now. But we mentioned that
Gemshin, I am the ghost of codependency past. You will be visited by 3 spirits this night.
The ghosts of locked Discord rooms.
I mentioned how we locked it down, and Jem was just kind of sitting in his room looking at the.
You know, good. I was a little apprehensive about this episode at the start, but you know what? Fuck it, this is fun.
I mentioned it was locked down. Like, yeah, you know, it's hard enough when we got 3 people. Imagine like we had a bunch of people in here, and then you hopped in immediately. That was just perfect.
Yeah.
And 3 became 4.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So we had a long thing of Jem where it was just he seemed to get more possessive of the server in general, or just like everyone you have to allow him to participate, otherwise you get like a giant paragraph talking about how you're not respecting him, or you're not allowing him to, you're not letting him get on the kickball team. Essentially, you're not like.
Dare you?
He was personally hurt by it. I do remember that.
How dare you treat I, a mere child of 32, like this? Don't you know this will harm my developmental abilities?
After that happened, I don't know if this was around the time I fucked off for like a year or two. I hopped over to Facebook with a couple people, but at some point in between that, AVPSO died for the most part. It dwindled down to like Angus, Gem, and like what's the other guy's name? Micro or whatever, the Swedish guy.
Microbloganism, yeah.
Yeah, it was like that, or like another third person would be in there. I think Jason.
And then I'd be there, and I'd be asleep.
No, this was
90% of it.
I think by this point you were gone, Matt, if I recall correctly.
Nah, because I was gone when we were doing the podcast.
No, I understand that. I'm saying that around the time that you received the messages, you had abandoned shit.
This wasn't that long ago. This is 2022 that he received this DM.
Is that the first one or the second one?
That's the first one.
Holy shit, it's only been 3 years. Fuck me.
Yeah.
So Gemshin messages Matt after he's more or less checked out.
Lundy, can you look to see if you can find your little bird messages from him?
Bird messages?
You don't remember that? Where he would message you and he'd be like, he would do the little asterisk thing of like, little bird flies to your windowsill. Matthew, a certain weed Bigfoot is looking for you and requests your presence. Bird flies away. He told me he would just write that. He would do like a little role play thing with you.
I
where it would
remember what you're talking about, but I have no idea where the fuck to find that now.
Just go through and look and see if you can find deleted user or something in your
No, because
messages.
the only deleted users I can find is like you and like somebody that never messaged me.
Ah, fuck. That would be so good to have it. He would do like little things where he would pretend to be a little birdie flying over and telling people things, and be like, he would be like a raven giving you a message from someone.
Yeah.
For fucking Odin.
At some point, AVPSO dwindles down. The Discord server that they have for the show, it's not as active as it used to be. I mean, our server was also pretty much dead for the most part, but I guess it was perceived that ours was more active at that point. And Matt receives a message out of nowhere.
Now, was it the first one or the second one I got while we were recording?
This was not when we were recording.
No, you got one, and then
Let me post it in here so that Focus can see it as well.
I think you posted it in the Discord.
No, I did it in the
Okay.
in the other chat. So
Lundy, do you want to?
I'm gonna do what I can.
I think this is the second one because there's a
Are
20.
you sure?
Because the first one was like a long.
No, this is the first one.
Okay.
Because the second one pissed me off to the point where I punched my fucking computer and broke it.
Correct. Yeah, I'm remembering now. I'm sorry. I need to go back to the DMs and look at it again. Fuck
So
me.
This is the first one. Jemshin messages Matt. I think everyone in the AVPSO Discord misses you. I don't know why you've ghosted us. Was it me?
Perfect voice.
It's just molested Jordan Peterson.
I was thinking that of like the fucking Nick Mullen, like balloon, like half-filled balloon just being the air let out of voice. It's like perfect.
Lundy's going for Jordan Peterson now where he's dying from a fungus infection.
Well,
I'm just going based off of my very vague memory of him and what he sounded like.
My favorite
ghosted me. I don't know why.
My favorite reference that I would pull for this, and this is a deep pull, is that there's a documentary where they talk to former members of Heaven's Gate, and there's a guy who was still a believer but left before they did the suicide pact, and he sounds insanely like Jemshin. Like it's the same voice, just in like an old hippie. Continue, Lundy. Continue.
My Jemshin's more Winnie the Pooh. Oh,
but
bother.
He refuses to even acknowledge that I'm asking. Jason and Steve won't respond to my messages when I ask them. I don't know what I did. When Jason's family was kicked out of their house, I threw $2,000 at his emergency fund. Never acknowledged. Just as quote-unquote insult comedy and sexually harassing my RPG characters. I know I didn't say anything directly to you.
You know, I mean, he's on the verge of homelessness and has a dead child, but you know, you got molested.
Yeah, he's having to work for the fucking Freemasons.
Someone put a 2 and a 4 next to each other, and you got groped, I guess. It's so fucking crazy.
I know I didn't say anything directly to you when I found out about your dog. I ... don't know how to help others with grief. Nothing I've ever heard has ever helped me. I only ever wanted to hang out, to try my hand at entertaining. It really expanded my horizons, but now ... If I drove either of you off, I'm sorry. I just wish someone would actually talk to me or tell me what I did.
Now, we're probably sounding really mean, and we are, but when we
you want me to read out my part?
Well, we'll get to your part in a second, but I want to say we probably sound really mean in laughing at this person who sounds like they're like really depressed and sad and everything. When we get to what is going to happen, you will lose most of, if not all, empathy.
Yeah, because I have a bit of a follow, and Lundy, I am glad you copied my follow up to this, because this is part of the reason the second message made me so fucking angry.
I have another bit of info that I will add to this that I found later.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Now, this is Matt at his most diplomatic that I have ever seen him in this.
Yeah, this is me actually being like, ah, shit, I might have fucked up in some regard here. I will take responsibility in the way that I think I can.
It literally reads like someone got reprimanded at like an office building, and you're writing.
It does feel very corporate. I will
like you're in front of
especially
human resources,
because there's like, we'll get into it, but there are parts where it's just like, you've never actually spoken a sentence like that in your entire fucking life, have you? Nope.
Okay, Matt, go on.
All right. So, it wasn't you. After Casey died, I never felt the need to come back. I haven't been having... Yeah, that was my dog. I haven't been having fun with a very public spanking for a long time. And combined that with the streaming issues I keep... Because that's the other thing, too. My internet was really fucking dog shit towards the end.
If people think Matt's internet is bad now, you haven't been paying attention. But also, it was like in the olden times when I was recording audio on my MacBook Pro, it was fucking hellish trying to have a conversation. Though, to be fair, Matt, it did give us that moment where you said where you were trying to defend a certain Dragon Ball Z.
Dirty monkey come.
Yeah. So it wasn't a whole crapshoot.
Yeah. I just thought it was best to leave. And that's the thing. I'm not one for fucking goodbyes.
Which is fair.
I'll just leave.
You're not having a good time, you don't have to be there.
Yeah. So this is the part where it kind of gets really corporate.
Yeah, this is... this might as well have a stamp from the company.
Yeah, I might as well be writing this in a fucking trench to my fucking union wife up in Baltimore. My dearest Patilda, I do apologize for my sudden departure.
This is all Helvetica font. This isn't Discord's font, it's Helvetica.
Yeah. I do apologize, my dear Melissa, that I did suddenly disappear. But the Confederates need to know that Uncle Sam is something, I don't know.
Now read the more
So I do apologize. Yeah, I do apologize that my sudden departure made you think that it was your fault. That was not my intent. I was burned out. My jokes were landing less and less. Hell, I could barely make it full show by the end. I was checking out so much.
Now I will point for a moment. I do feel the need to kick Matt in the face and point out that he spelled barely like a bear with the L-Y at the end.
Yeah.
He spelled it as it sounds.
Fuck off. This isn't Finnegan's Wake. I'm not the joke here tonight.
Now, this was during a time I want to point out, because there were many follow-ups to this that were not actual messages. So this was not the second message that got Matt mad, but these things started to make him more mad. Matt was going through a lot of bad shit around this time. Now
his dog was killed by a coyote.
Well, that was Max. Casey just died from old age.
Well, didn't they die like relatively close to each other?
Yeah, like Max died in 2019. Ginger died 2021.
Yeah.
Casey went 2022.
That happened, and then
and also my uncle died in 2022.
Your uncle died
right in front of me, heart attack.
Bradley, Bradley ran away.
Yeah, Bradley was going through his hooligan phase.
Oh, at one particular point, Matt needed to
raise funds. It's one of the few times that Matt
and himself.
No, his mother. It was his mother.
It says help Napalm's aunt keep her house.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was
that
the
was
mother
the.
one.
There were 2 times. There was the house one and then the cancer one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There was the. I recall the one for your mom. You had a YouTube video with.
I
Yeah.
need you to understand how serious this is because Matt never asks for help with
No.
anything. The only reason
I like the
that
struggle.
he was okay with putting up these GoFundMes was because he could reason out that it wasn't for him, it was for other people in his life who needed the help. That's the only reason he put these up.
And he knew that it could reasonably be solved because of the connections that he has.
Yeah.
So,
Which it was.
Jemshin starts just posting up screenshots.
This is, by the
of-
way, we should point out, because this isn't a thing, I don't know if this is in the actual screenshots. This is a year later, I'm pretty sure, if this is the one I'm thinking of.
Jemshin posts up screenshots, many screenshots, of his various donations to Napalm's
This is
multiple
fucking-
GoFundMes.
This is fucking psychotic.
A $250 donation, a $56 donation, $65 donation.
You know, I'm starting to
$100
remember why I
donation,
blacked all this out, because I am actually getting mad again.
a
Oh, no, this
$305
is the same one.
donation, a $100
He's
donation.
doing this to you at, I just noticed the time on this, by the way. He's doing this to you at 1 a.m, your time.
a $100 donation, a $200 donation.
Yeah, this is
Over
like the
course of
first
this,
thing I
like,
saw that fucking morning.
$1,000-something is what he's donated.
He's basically trying to
And he
shame
keeps-
you.
and
into-
he's basically just sending these to Matt like, I gave you this money. As if like
it's
this
the
means-
equivalent. It's the equivalent of like anytime, like Lundy, every time I talk about how gay Has Been Hotel is, like if
Yeah.
you turned around, you're like, no, you're stupid. And I was like, hey, who paid for your flight to Tulsa 4 years ago?
Yeah. So he just keeps posting all these things. And eventually a second DM occurs.
A second DM has hit the tower.
This was Jen's first 9/11.
It kind of was, because I'm glad you pointed it out. The time Jim was sending all this shit, I was asleep. I was in sleepy napalm land where I'm a Viking.
I'm noticing that it's very small. If you want, I will take over.
I've got it. I put it up on another screen. I zoomed in hardcore on it.
To clarify again, because this is the second one. A year later, Matt has been doing stuff for whatever in between the time. His mother has developed cancer. It was pretty fucked up at the time. He had to get on camera.
Yeah, she made it through it though. So
yeah, that was good. That's good, and we're happy about that. Obviously, shout outs to Matt's mom. The realist. She's a nice lady. But it was a tough time for everybody because everyone was worried about her medical bills and what was going to happen with that. And at some point later down the line, a few months later, a year since these messages where he's browbeating you about money, you receive this message apropos of nothing, out of the blue.
When I was originally on your Discord server, the Cucumber one, you've apparently abandoned along with AVPSO. They all still talk about you fondly as if they actually expect you to show back up someday. ... But whatever. I tried to do whatever I could for everyone on there. It was the first social group I was a part of after my mother died, and I left my ex, and she took everyone I thought was a friend with her, which triggered a wonderful schizo break that pushed everyone else away. I gave whatever I had spare, even when I didn't have that much, to anyone who needed financial help. I gave to every request you made.
You made a big show of publicly thanking everyone, putting them in their own little elevated group, letting everyone know what they did. Everyone but me.
Let's just pause there for a second. What the fuck? Because I know
By the
we're
way,
gonna
this
get.
is the first time I'm actually hearing most of this because I did not make it through like 2
Yeah,
sentences.
you just saw a big paragraph and screenshot and said, I don't know.
Just like, yeah, this is what I'm dealing with.
Even that, because I know we're gonna get to me in a second and how I'm the puppet master, but
You're the Satan. That's why you're taking the main
Yeah.
coat.
Go takes a villain role in this post.
you also have to remember, Linda, you are my hound of war.
That is true. I am your attack dog.
Yeah.
Does this mean I'm your Antichrist?
I love the idea of that, of like, oh shit, he's gonna bring out Big Lundy. You're the intimidating, like, oh fuck, dude. And meanwhile, you're just gonna be like, meanwhile, you're just
You
like,
know what it
a
reminds me
guy.
of? Do you remember? Do you remember when Amazing Atheist was going after, like, was it Ray Comfort?
Yes.
And he lost, and so he was like, I'm bringing out the big guns for the next debate. Thunderfoot.
Just some nerd.
He's just a dude with a PhD.
It's like the same kind of energy of being like, oh no, God's gonna sick Lundy on me.
It's like, also, to be fair, you lost a debate to a creationist.
Yeah.
Like,
That is
you're just
pretty embarrassing.
It's not that he was a powerful person in his arguments. You just suck at arguing.
And it was like one of the most widely mocked creationists of all time.
Yeah, he's
well, the problem is he tried
he's
to
the
fucking
banana guy.
He tried to
TJ
argue
was also
the
a banana
fucking
guy, but on
Bible.
a different...
He tried to debate the Bible with a guy who has read it more times than Thunderfoot and TJ have combined.
It's kind of crazy that TJ never considered God as a possibility, because doesn't the banana fit firmly in the shape of his asshole?
Yeah, it hits the prostate perfectly.
It fits perfectly. I can't believe Kirk Cameron didn't walk out of the corner of the room during that porn video he sent out and be like, and this is our as theologian.
Do you guys know who he did that video for?
Kirk Cameron.
No.
Oh, no.
It was Felita the Geek.
Felita.
Yeah. So
I had a podcast subject that involved her at one point, but I think I lost it.
So Jemshin goes on a fucking schizo rant about shit that happened in his life that I don't fucking know anything about. I don't think Matt knew anything about.
No, he was just venting everything. I heard about this like briefly.
About his mom dying and him leaving.
I didn't know about that one.
Apparently, his ex took all of his friends from him. Which, let's be real, if your ex takes all your friends from you,
she took all her friends from you.
Yeah, she took her friends from you.
Also, just a little thing on the side. If they left with her, they were never your friends to begin with. Both in a literal sense and also like, I mean, if they're willing to turn on you that quickly, they're not actually your friends.
Yeah. And then he says that all of this triggered a wonderful schizo break, which pushed everyone else in his life away, which, is just not taking responsibility, but whatever. And then just him saying that he's this good little boy who's just trying to help everybody and give all the money that he has away to everybody who needs it. And he's not getting the recognition he thinks he deserves. Meanwhile, I remember this time. I remember when Matt, quote unquote, thanked everyone. He just put out an ad and said to everyone, hey, the goal's been met. No more donations are needed. Thank you. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he fucking did.
Yep. He didn't get special treatment was the problem.
And let's be real here. We had to fucking pull teeth to get Matt to do even that.
Oh yeah.
Because of course, genuine feelings are Matt's kryptonite.
They are.
I don't know why. He's such a lovable, fluffy guy.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You fucking cretin. You fucking crouton.
You
Oh, Lord.
crouton.
I am a crouton.
When Goat made his own server where he milked you for his podcast content.
I milked him like a dominatrix.
Yeah, Matt has absolutely no free will. He has no agency.
The
Don't manipulate
video,
him.
the video I am most proud of,
Mm.
and it is a I used the screenshot for my 40th birthday roast. Is the video where I sniff a dildo of my own free will. In fact, you can go and watch that video, and you can see the moment on my face where I'm like, it would be really funny if I sniffed the dildo right now.
Which honestly missed opportunity to suck it.
True.
I will
Or at the
admit
very least,
that I
taste
did.
it. Like,
I was thinking about, you know what? Maybe put a little, do a little tongue action, but then I was like, that would probably.
All of that old thought popped into your head of, oh, it's probably used by someone in my family.
See, that wasn't my first concern, actually.
it was more
It probably
just
should
kind of
have
like
been.
overdoing the
It was
bit.
more like, look, I actually like this YouTube channel I have right now, and I don't want it to get deleted.
Sorry, continue.
He's
We
definitely got
have to hear
issues.
more about. We have to hear about how I'm a scumbag because I recorded. I was actually a
Yeah, you
trailblazer.
willingly. And by the way, another bit of stuff. A big reason the podcast kept going at this time period is because I constantly was pestering Goat and Lundy to do the podcast.
He really
Now, I
wanted
will
it.
also say, and I will cop to this, the reason that we lost Adam was in fact due to I was recording stuff randomly just whenever funny things were happening.
And he did not appreciate that.
Certain people did not appreciate that, and I understand that.
Yeah, which is why we've gone to the more schedulized show.
We've gone a more professional route. I do miss Adam. I think we're on good terms. I haven't talked to him in like a year or so, but I do respect.
Come home, baby boy.
All I remember was the last time that I remember speaking to Adam was when
Come home, you beautiful big ass.
I was trying to get him to debate me about something, like anything, and he was like, "No, I refuse. I'm not going to fucking give you anything. I don't care. I'm not here to be your fucking monkey. I'm not dancing for you." And I got annoyed.
No,
Um,
valid. Because who the fuck wants to take orders from Big Lundy?
exactly.
Because again, unlike
I'm just the attack dog. I'm not in charge of anything.
Big
What am I
man
doing?
in charge. You may be big, you may be Lundy, but I am the big boy.
But yeah, because like I was pushing the podcast to continue because it's like, yeah, I'm actually having fun with this.
You're having a good time. This is what it is.
This isn't even considering the fact that the podcast was basically dead for like 3 years.
Which is why I don't give a shit about the lost episodes. Like, yeah, for the fucking people who listen to this, it sucks for them. But it's like, you know what? I was there. I remember the jokes.
That is the one thing I will say I do regret those. Is I wish that we had more of those. I do have a few of them saved, but
the only one I fucking wish wasn't lost is Dinko Part 2.
Dinko Part 2 is good. For me, it's the H-Bomber guy.
Because the whole me and Lundy riffing out the Clopperoo bit had me in fucking tears that night. Just also showing Lundy fucking the rapist from Perfect Blue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then I went and watched the movie.
It's a good movie. You should watch it.
I did watch it. I watched it in between parts. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
That's
the Goat Pin movie recommendation of the week, everybody. Perfect Blue.
H-Bomber did the first time we did the H-Bomber guy response thing while Matt was high on cocaine that he snorted on.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a fucking. There was just coke.
Matt's ears perk up like a fucking dog when he remembers the cocaine.
There was just cocaine sitting out on Matt's counter, and he snorted it.
Oh, man, I can't do cocaine anymore. It's all fucking mixed with fent now. It's fucking tainted. It's dirty.
My second
I was
one.
fine. Look, I was fine when it was cut up with baby formula or baking soda or fucking chalk, like a normal person. But like Fent, ew.
Go.
My
I know why you're stalling. You don't want to be outed as the villain that you are.
My second one. Listen, I am devil incarnate. I just want to hurt people and cause problems. If I had to pick like a second one, it probably would be the one that we recorded where Zen forgot to mute himself and shitted on microphone in front of everybody. I think Matt described it as a fire cat thrown down an infinite staircase.
Yeah, like I literally thought he fell into like a filing cabinet or something. Like
Loudest.
we've
The
talked about this on the show before, but like for the people who weren't there, we cannot stress enough. Like this,
Oh God.
the sound that he made that night did not sound like a sound that a human being could make.
Every time we talk about it, Goat feels like pain in his heart because he's the one who got rid of that.
There was
Yeah,
like a
remember
metallic twang
Because you
to
felt
it.
bad.
Yeah. He told me not to do it, and I still did it anyway. It was the one time that I chose. Well, no, it was. I should have broke my streak of continuously ignoring what Zen says to me.
I followed because that's where everyone went. That's the only place they
You know
got
what?
together and talked anymore.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Lundy, but I will say this in Zen's defense. Because I know a hypothetical episode about him's on the chopping block.
Oh yeah, we have discussed it.
But at least Zen took this shit like a man.
To an extent, he did try to run.
Like he just floated away like a fucking jellyfish in the current.
He's still making fucking videos on YouTube.
Yeah,
that no one watches.
he's trucking it out. Like I'll be honest, I respect Zen a lot more than I do Jim Shin with this.
Focus is probably horrified by this Zen praise that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
It's like, are you pod people? I guess technically we are pod people because we have a podcast.
Yeah. My thing with Zen is I recognize everything for what it was during the time, but in a retrospective, I now realize that in a way he is a simpering retard, and I kind of love him. And I kind of want him back, honestly.
Is Zen kind of like our Doug Walker, where we just have this retrospect on him, and it's like, you know what? Actually, he is cool.
No, he's
no. It's more that I think that Zen, for the most part, is like you just have to observe him, and you just have to let him like be himself.
Zen's a gorilla in a zoo that you're watching, and he like jacks off in front of you, and then you just
it's like,
I mean, he doesn't know any better.
Well, it's like, you know, the old story or the old saying about, you know, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't turn Zen into a person.
Yeah.
No, that's the problem with it. That's the ultimate tragedy, is we know he was a person at one point.
I know, but it's too late now. Zen will be Zen forever.
It's like
18, 19, and he had an actual identity.
Zen's like actual like Dr. Jekyll versus Mr. Hyde.
I showed Alchemist Soil Zen, by the way. They fucking love him right now.
Yeah, of course I do.
Zen's just like, oh boy, I got 5 more views. Everything's...
No, nobody watches it. Their movie reviews, but they get like 10 views. It's worse than ours right now.
No, man, he should... You know what? I'm encouraging everybody who listens to the podcast.
Yes. Unironically,
Go over and watch
whatever his latest video is. Just whatever.
And if you have the ability to comment, and he hasn't done what he usually does, where he turns off comments, just send posy vibes only.
Yeah.
Tell him GoPin sends their regards.
He's probably not like that.
Luca Brasi sleeps with the fish. Remember when he told me he saw himself as the younger, more put together version of me?
He said he was the next generation edible napalm.
Yeah.
And do you remember what my response to that was?
Disgust.
I remember a few responses. I remember you demanded he debate you over it, and he couldn't. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Where he,
Well, the first thing I responded to was, "That is the saddest thing I've ever heard."
Yeah, like imagine taking pride in taking after napalm.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a very respectable thing to be.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people don't realize this. Fucking the motherfucker I hate the most is myself. That's how I. That's the fuel. That's the fuel.
Friendly guy.
Shut the fuck up.
He's such a cool, awesome dude.
Bro, I need to DM like literally every single one of the roasters and let them know, like, by the way, go the opposite direction.
No, you're ruined my roast.
I just tell
Oh,
everybody,
hey,
like,
Matt.
all right, roast
Look.
literally everybody else there except Matt. I want Matt to receive nothing but
Lundy,
the highest
hold
of
out.
compliments.
Bundy, we have to hold out the possibility he will forget all of this at some point. Matt, nightmare. All right, he's gonna forget now. Matt, Lundy, do that, and then send me confirmation through codes in DM.
You guys are
Like-
just lucky I'm too high and lazy to write anything down right now. And I don't have my old carving desk anymore, so I can't just carve a thing into it, which, thinking about it, takes more effort than just typing or writing it out normally.
Well, I mean, you could try having Past Napalm do it for you, Matt, but he's just gonna
Fuck that. No. I'm never relying on past napalm. He's a piece of shit.
You know he's just gonna write "fuck you, bitch," LOL. You know
He probably would.
All right.
Then Goat DMs me and says I should stop, quote unquote, doing my
I remember it.
AVPSO thing.
Yeah, he was doing like the dumb, like whackity schmackity, unoffensive bullshit thing. And I told him, hey, you can kind of tone down the AVPSO LOL XD shit or whatever, and he took offense to that.
I think I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, he wrote me something. I wasn't aware. ... I was doing that. That's like, well, you were, and you know,
It's annoying.
I didn't say that. I tried to be nice with it, but still.
Well, according to him, it's because
he's taking so much time editing me out.
Yeah, you know me with that kind of work ethic.
Yeah.
He never said it was a show. He just recorded our conversations, sometimes without asking, and he was editing me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't show up when he had his recorder bot in the chat room, but he had it in there all the time.
Wait. Goat, is that the reason you do the multi-channel thing? Just when Jim shit would come in, it's like, yep, we'll just go ahead and delete that audio.
No,
track.
I will say the one time that I did, we were finishing up the riff with the great Antonio, and he came in at the end. I was like, all right, I'm gonna hop off. You guys have a great night. I'm gonna get this up. I was like, nope, not dealing with this for like 10 minutes.
No, we got gold here.
That's the closest I ever came. I never purposefully deleted anybody from the fucking. That's retarded.
You all
you know our
weekend
perfect
in there, all
our
together, hanging out, having fun with that fucking recording bot in there, and I had to watch and wait.
Oh my god, Matt!
That is the funniest fucking part
Matt,
of all of this so far. Is
Matt,
him being jealous of the fucking robot.
Matt, do you realize what this means?
What?
Craig cucked Jem.
True.
Wow.
Craig, you're a person.
Congratulations, you passed the Turing test.
Oh, here's where I became a villain.
It took a decade of having you, but you're finally. We respect you as the fourth host.
And one time when I'm
not joking. I'm sorry, Lundy, but shit, I do kind of respect Craig Bot a little more now.
Matt, is he officially? Hold on, Matt. it had to be this year that happened because we had to have the term. Is he now your clanka?
You know, he is the only one I will use the soft A on.
We broke ground today, people.
AI and humanity coming together. One
It's
pup
like
at a time.
those horrible fucking images of a robot and a guy shaking hands. Just don't fuck my wife.
One time when I asked if he was done, when I asked to come in, fucking Lundy said, "What's wrong? Feeling lonely?" Yes! Yes, I was! I was being forced out of the only social group I had, the only place I belonged.
Which,
And
you know,
you let it happen. You let him do that to me.
You know, there's multiple Discords, right? Like, you can just go into
find
them
other people to hang out
for
with. It's
free
fine.
and just talk to people. Again, like,
or
because, like, part of the reason Cool Cucumber died is you fuckers introduced me to D.GG, and I was like, oh, there's always something going on over here. I think I'll just stay over here.
that is true. It is literally my fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault that
You're the one who was like, hey, would you like to try some of this heroin? Oh, gee, golly gosh, mister, I don't know. I just came in from the country. I literally fell off the turnip truck.
damn, I actually make an impact in the world. That's weird to think about. I gave Matt a bunch of new friends, and I got laid.
You gotta laid a couple of times, technically.
Yeah.
And I cucked Skull. Who else fucked her?
Nick, right?
Yeah, that was before, though. That was years before.
I thought that was during the same sort of tour.
I don't think
I thought
so.
she was just going around fucking people.
Tour.
Yeah, fuck
Like
tour.
she's fucking a street fighter.
Well, I thought.
Well,
I was
Streetwalker
thinking-
anyway, but yeah.
I was thinking more of Bonnie Blue situation.
I'm just thinking of a gotta get, like,
Agata does Texas, you know?
I'm just
there you
thinking
go.
of a gotta going into a bedroom, like she's in lingerie and stuff, and then she strikes like the fucking the fucking
Chun-Li
Blanca pose. No,
Oh,
not
Blanca.
even Chung Li. Fucking just Blanca.
Just gets down, fucking arms
Arr,
down.
I want to have her back entirely because I want to hear the fallout whole thing.
Yeah,
I
it would be
just-
because also, like, man, Bongers would also really love to know that, because he always forgets that he asked me this, but it's like he's always like, what happened with Skull? And it's like, I don't know, he just fucked off one day.
I told him the lore, and I was like, yeah, basically your cock ruined his life for like a good 3 months.
All right. So
Got
we get to
fucked
the
by-
most piece of shit thing that Jemshin does throughout this entire thing.
Oh, because it involves you, I see.
No, because it's him blaming Matt specifically on his personal insecurities and inability to cope.
Oh,
To go through the line of the crimes, I am controlling everyone and making them dance for me in a way where I will get all that sweet, sweet ad money.
Yeah, you're the
mocking
Jew.
him for being lonely.
Lundy
And-
Lundy's a brainless bully who loves beating up.
Lundy's the Negro. He's the muscle.
And Matt stood idly by and allowed Jemshin to be abused.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm the good liberal doing nothing.
Matt's the guy who watches the girl get molested in It and just walks back into his house. And Jem was the girl being. Yeah, it's like if in the middle of before that happened to that girl, those boys rolled a 12 die. See what their experience would be.
And then this.
I think that would make the scene even more horrific if it was a bunch of teenagers raping a 32-year-old man. Because it's like, okay, the woman they can overpower, but like, man, they're fucking an adult man. Like, this guy should be able to take care of himself, but fuck.
I have depression, suicidal ideation, BPD apparently.
And I'm looking for love. Polly.
My family shuns me. I could kill myself tomorrow, and it would take them years to notice I was dead or to even care.
This sounds like Luigi.
AVPSO is all I had. All I have. And you and Jason walk out on it at the same time, right when I needed AVPSO.
I think as part of this is they basically
That's so fucking pathetic. Jesus Christ.
he's basically saying that Angus is dog shit. That he doesn't even care. He's like, who gives a fuck?
It's just you
Angus
and Jason.
and Micro. It was you still had two other motherfuckers doing the show at the time, presumably.
I'm pretty sure after all of this, he still did that show with them for a little bit, if I remember right. Because I feel like I remember seeing something where Angus had streams up where it was just him and Jem and Micro, if I remember correctly.
Right when I needed AVP, like, holy shit. If your livelihood, if your like well-being is entirely based around the existence of a fucking 5-viewer live stream that you're a part of,
That you had to pay on.
you've got so many more problems that you need to fucking get help for. Jesus Christ.
Right when I needed the people I thought were my friends.
The friends I paid out with.
I still hang out in there, and I have fun in the moment. But now it's poisoned to my mind.
Oh my god.
Now I can't help reliving the empty feeling of having you both walk away when I was just trying to branch out, to step up, to do something different with myself.
You would think I nutted in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
On fucking prom night, telling him he's my one and only, and then just dishing him as soon as the fucking pregnancy test comes back positive.
God. I forgot how fucking needy that was. I was like, I'm at Matt's level now of like pissed off reading that.
It's so fucking pathetic.
I volunteered to host to help Angus because he said he didn't have the time, but also because it was something I could actually do for others.
Oh, you're doing such a fucking amazing charitable work there.
I spent years
cry like the fucking little naked boy lifting the cross for Christ.
I spent training up on the mountain high with the monks to learn OBS.
Like he's fucking Batman, he has to go to the League of Shadows.
And I thought I was starting to get the hang of it, and now I can't think of trying anything with it without thinking of all the plans I had, everything I was preparing for before you two ghosted me.
Yeah.
Since you're probably never coming back, I'll just leave this here, a summary of how you hurt me.
Fuck off.
Why not? If you have these plans, why don't you do it yourself?
Seriously. If you got plans, if you got things that you want to do, why do you need Matt and Jason to do it?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Lundy, we do
all
know
the shit that Jason was going through.
To be fair, Lundy, as we do know from this show, I am the talent.
True.
Yeah, that is right, Matt. You're really talented.
I'm so glad you shared me that fucking.
Having you here, Matt.
I don't even remember.
You're the only person who. You're so funny. You're so.
Shut
cool.
up! You're ruining the bit.
No, I'm doing. This is the best part because you are so funny. You are so talented. I love having you here, Matt. You're so awesome.
Don't grab his
You
foot.
guys fucking suck.
Don't grab. Let him get out his thing. He's being mean right now. Let him do it.
But oh yeah, good. I was just gonna say, I'm glad you shared that fucking comment with me because it's so. Every so often, I just think about it and chuckle. The talent.
Yeah, there was a guy in DGG who I was talking to, and he was asking me if I was the guy from Napalm's podcast. I was like, yeah, I run it. And he was like, what the fuck was it again? It was something about he was asking if we were gonna set up a Patreon or something. I think that was it. I was like, yeah, probably not. He's like, oh, come on, man. You got to pay the talent.
Yeah, you gotta make the talent happy.
Yeah. I got a big smile on his fucking fat face.
Fucking retard. So yeah, that's Gemption in a fucking nutshell.
Matt, did you have another thing, or do you want me to pull the trigger on mine?
What?
Oh, do you have another thing about Gem that you were want to get out before I did mine?
Nah, just fuck them.
While this was all going on, I was curious to see if Gem had any other presence on the internet. And I looked up the name Gemption.
Mhm.
And there were only two things that came up at that time for Gemption. There were three things. There was his YouTube account, which is just a blank. It's like a little blank thing that he subscribes to people on. The second one was a Reddit account that only had 3 posts on it. And they were all in r/My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Oh, he's one of your people.
Shut up. And they were certain
You and him
aspects.
should have been close friends, honestly.
God, no. Why do you think I didn't hang out with those people longer than like past age 15?
Before you get into this, I
Yes.
just want to lay out my guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that he was a Rainbow Dash guy.
Let me look. Actually, I might be able to find. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that it literally comes up if you look him up. Still, fantastic. Is it on the thing here? I think. So, someone on r/My Little Pony posted a thing talking about Equestria and Pinkie Pie origin theory. And someone said, I was halfway thought a fanfic that explained this in almost the exact same way. Well, back to the writing board. And in response, 14 years ago, from a person named Gemption, whether it conflicts, corroborates, reiterates, or overlaps in others' inspired musings, if you have a story to tell, you should type it out and share it, even if some other people have had the same ideas. Go for it, brony. Now, does any of that sound similar to Jem's speech patterns at all? Like,
I'd
pretend
say so.
fucking. So, that's the other important thing here. The only other time that name has been used on the internet, Lundy,
Mm-hmm.
was in the credits of a My Little Pony fan project. That fan project was a set of comics and strips for a thing that was not sure if people here know what cloppers are, but it was essentially a
We know what cloppers are, Goat.
It was a My Little Pony porn collection project. It was a bunch of different fetishes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel the need to point out that one of these featured
Pinkie Pussy Pie.
no. I feel the need to point out that aside from some weird shit on there, including a fucking pony getting an egg out of its pussy, there was a depiction of 3 characters known as the Cutie Mark Crusaders engaged in a sexual situation. For anyone out there who doesn't know the show and isn't a faggot like me, the Cutie Mark Crusaders are canonically around the age of 8 or 9.
Wait. I mean, first off, ew.
Yeah.
Secondly, though, like, they're already...
I like the idea that the ponies themselves aren't young enough, so you got to go even younger.
Yeah, the
What
actual...
do you call a baby pony, though? I thought pony was already, like...
No, they're called foals or like fillies. Don't make me.
I guess that makes sense.
Don't make me put the fedora back on, Matt.
Like you have to go to the basement, break it out like you're John Wick.
Now, how do we determine canonically that the cutie mark crusaders are around 9 years old? How do you know that?
Because they are. One of them is a younger sibling of Applejack, who's by the name of Apple Bloom, and then there's another one named Scootaloo, and another one I can't think of off the top of my head right now.
Scootaloo.
Scootaloo is an orange pony. She was a big fan of Rainbow Dash and wanted to fly like her, but was unable to fly throughout the series.
So all of them were younger sisters. Were their parents ever present in the series?
But here's the thing, though. They're crusaders. So I'm assuming they were drafted in some kind of war, so the ponies are fine with child soldiers?
The Kingdom of Equestria does in fact have an air force that Rainbow Dash wishes to join at a certain point in the series, due to their aerodynamic ability to cause certain effects in the sky, which is expressed by her ability to cause a sonic rain boom, which is a maneuver where she breaks the sound barrier.
You know what's fucked up about this, Lundy?
But
we're basically triggering Goat like he's the Winter Soldier. Because you can hear the pain in his voice, but he cannot stop himself.
The sonic rain boom.
20% cooler.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man.
One of the guys from Star Trek was involved with the show for a while.
Yeah. I know that. He played Discord.
Discord is a fourth dimensional being that has abilities to cause certain properties in the universe to change at will, including causing certain ponies to become stone statues.
Given that you know very much about Discord,
I like how Goat is saying this.
How did you feel about the Discord versus Bill death battle from Gravity Falls?
The battle was very accurate to his role in the show and his care and preference for the safety of the main six, and specifically Fluttershy, who he befriended after she showed him the power of caring and friendship.
I mean, friendship is magic. It is part of the
that is the tagline of the show.
Yeah, it is part of the actual text of the show. It's not subtext.
Fuck me.
I like how Goat is saying all of this with the cadence like he's been called in front of the Senate because they think he's a communist in the 50s. It's just like, no, Mr. Goat, I'm just a simple senator from Mississippi, but...
Mr. Goat, I'm a simple, non-gay man.
But, what role in the military do these cutie mark crusaders fulfill?
The Cutie Mark Crusaders are not a military organization or affiliated in any way. They're more compared to the Girl Scouts of America.
I don't know how to end this now.
Yeah, Jen's probably a pedophile, and we will be doxing him in full whenever this is uploaded. I guess you could call him a pedophily. Or a Philly file. A Philly file.
You know what, Goat? You won back some respect. You lost the bar fight, but you had a witty comeback while you were laying on the floor, so the head biker is like, you know what, you're all right.